Picture this, a world where the most successful leaders aren't the most honest, but the most cunning. A reality where those who climb to the top do so not on the shoulders of integrity, but on the backs of carefully crafted lies. Sounds far-fetched. Think again. Throughout history, from ancient empires to modern democracies, one truth has remained constant. The best liars often win. But why? What is it about deception that seems to pave the way to power? Let's take a journey through time and unravel this perplexing paradox. Our guide? None other than the infamous Niccolò Machiavelli, the 16th century political philosopher whose name has become synonymous with cunning and manipulation. Machiavelli's masterpiece, The Prince, wasn't just a manual for rulers. It was a brutal expose of human nature and the dark underbelly of leadership. He argued that a truly effective leader must be willing to abandon conventional morality when necessary. In his words, it is necessary for a prince wishing to hold his own to know how to do wrong. But surely we've evolved beyond such Machiavellian tactics in our modern, enlightened age. If only it were that simple. Fast forward to today, and we see echoes of Machiavelli's teachings in boardrooms, political campaigns, and international diplomacy. The faces may have changed, but the game remains the same. Modern leaders, like their historical counterparts, often find themselves walking a tightrope between truth and deception. Take, for instance, the world of corporate leadership. How many CEOs have stood before shareholders, promising record profits while knowing full well that layoffs were just around the corner? Or consider the realm of politics, where campaign promises often evaporate like morning mist once the votes are counted. But here's the kicker. These leaders aren't always malicious villains twirling their mustaches in dark corners. Many genuinely believe they're doing what's best for their organization, their country, or even humanity as a whole. The road to power, it seems, is often paved with good intentions and a healthy dose of strategic dishonesty. So what makes these modern Machiavellis so effective? It's not just about telling lies, it's about crafting narratives. They understand that humans are storytelling creatures. We crave coherent narratives that explain our world, even if those narratives don't always align with reality. Skilled manipulators tap into this innate desire. They weave tales of greatness, of impending doom averted, of enemies vanquished, and we, the audience, eat it up. We want to believe in heroes and simple solutions to complex problems. And sometimes that desire makes us willing accomplices in our own deception. But let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves, are we really so easily fooled? Or is there something deeper at play? Perhaps the uncomfortable truth is that on some level, we want to be lied to. We crave the comfort of simple answers in a complex world. We yearn for leaders who can promise us safety, prosperity, and purpose, even if deep down, we suspect those promises might be hollow. This brings us to a crucial question. In a world where the best liars often win, how can we, as citizens, voters, and employees, protect ourselves from manipulation? How do we separate genuine leadership from skilled deception? The answer, paradoxically, might lie in embracing a bit of Machiavelli's cynicism. By understanding the tactics of manipulation, we can better guard against them. It's about developing a healthy skepticism without descending into paralyzing cynicism. We must learn to look beyond charisma and grand promises, to scrutinize actions, not just words, to demand transparency and accountability from those in power, and perhaps most importantly, to cultivate our own critical thinking skills. But there's another, more challenging step we must take. We need to examine our own desires and biases. What makes us susceptible to manipulation? What comforting lies do we tell ourselves? Only by understanding our own vulnerabilities can we truly guard against those who would exploit them. As we navigate this complex landscape of truth, lies, and leadership, let's remember that the power ultimately lies with us. Leaders, no matter how skilled in the art of deception, rely on our willingness to follow. By becoming more discerning, more engaged citizens, we can shape a world where integrity, not just cunning, is the key to success. So, the next time you hear a leader making grand promises or painting a picture of a perfect future, ask yourself, what's the story behind the story? What uncomfortable truths might be hiding behind those polished words? Remember, in the game of power and leadership, things are rarely as they seem. The best defense against manipulation is a mind that questions, analyzes, and seeks the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it might be. What do you think? Are modern leaders really just master manipulators in disguise? Or is there more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about leadership, truth, and the complex world we navigate every day. And hey, if you found this journey through the murky waters of power and deception intriguing, why not join us for more? Hit that like button and subscribe to dive deeper into the fascinating world of human nature, history, and the forces that shape our society. Together, we can unravel the mysteries of the past and present, one video at a time. Until next time, keep questioning, keep thinking, and never stop seeking the truth.